Having to move a loved one into memory care for dementia can be one of the most challenging things you can do. Take it from Kathy Lucey, who had to move her husband into specialized assisted living years ago.
Now that move comes not only with an emotional toll, but a financial one as well. As News 19's Mike Biermeister found out, it can put a strain not only on the family, but the entire system.
Kathy Lucey and her husband Jack have called the Coulee Region home all their lives. They bonded over sports, both very active people. Eventually they married here, raising 2 daughters. But about 10 years ago, Jack noticed something felt off.
He felt that there was some change in his speech.
A psychiatrist would diagnose him with the earliest form of aphasia that she had ever seen.
And she told us at one of our earliest meetings that in 10 years he would not be able to speak. And that's exactly what happened.
Kathy would be forced to move Jack into assisted care.
We are able to provide the services to those individuals, but we usually have quite a wait list of people who are hoping to get in, who need our services and don't have any place to go right now.
Assisted living facilities with memory care often have to be more selective as bed space tightens, which is leading to more people being denied.
I see it in people finally ready to make that move to assisted living or nursing home level of care and having, 3 or 4 referrals denied. No bed space, or we are not equipped to care for your loved one. I'm seeing that now. So what is it gonna look like when we double our numbers in 2040?
Due to the intensive care needed for dementia patients, costs can average anywhere from $4,000 to $15,000 a month.
Many people start out self-pay. So they might have, some savings, retirement savings, they maybe have some property, things of that nature. So they have assets. And so they may start by paying for it in that way. That typically does not last a very long time.
Those people then turn to Medicaid and other aid options for assistance.
When you're talking about those long-term residents that have a dementia diagnosis, we could be talking 2 to 4 years or more, and that is really puts a stressor on that system, especially because Medicaid does not cover the full cost of care.
That causes facilities to find other ways to cover the cost.
I could give you a bunch of these brochures.
At the La Crosse County Aging and Disability Resource Center, they work on a different strategy to help keep people in their homes as long and as safe as possible.
Medicare and Medicaid spending, that's part of the dementia care specialists. Why we were put in place is to help keep people in their homes longer, safely, living high quality of life to delay this early entry into the long-term care system.
However, the journey is different for everyone.
Every person is different. What was right for me is not necessarily right for whoever.
Kathy will go visit Jack in the afternoon, still spending time with him and still striving to create new memories.
If I go and leave him and I give him a kiss and he kisses me back and I say, I love you, and he says, I love you. That would be, that would spark my day. If someone comes in and says, this is your wife, and he'll say, yeah. Do I know if he knows I'm his wife? No. But it makes me feel good. And I hold on to that.
A reminder that you can catch both Part 1 and Part 2 online, plus you can find resources for dealing with a dementia diagnosis on our website.
Some good resources there. Well, it's hard to